Hey, welcome back. Hey, welcome back to CanBo Greens. It's your boy, Mindless Maturity. Hey, I'm here tonight. I really want to kick it off to say hey, welcome to the new subscribers that we have, as well as the current loyal viewers that's always been watching. I appreciate y'all taking the time out your day to get with me. I know it can get kind of hectic with time, especially for me. My days are are extremely busy, but I always want to make time to make get that message across and continue to be a better version of myself, as well as I hope y'all continue to be a better version of yourselves as well. One thing I also want to kick it off and get together is, hey, we always need to be strive to be better, to do better, to want better. Every day should be your best day. The goal in life is always to balance time, balance your lifestyle, and to always maintain and sustain a peace of mind. That's going to be very, very, very important when it comes to that overall spectrum of the journey that we need to take. But yeah, I love every day, every moment that I wake up and I go to sleep. I make sure I give it my best. So I hope y'all are as well. But hey, let's kick it for the night. Let's chop it up. And tonight discussion is going to be how and what is so important when it comes to this whole want and needs. And the thing I want to discuss is like the want and needs and how do and could you ever jeopardize your needs for your wants? Um, I feel like that's a little thing. That's one thing in relationships and even in parenting. We do a lot of when it comes to our needs. We are jeopardizing for our wants. And I want to chop it up with y'all tonight. Break down some things in my point of view. And later, I want y'all to get down, subscribe, like the channel. Give me y'all feedback as well. I would love to read and find out, you know what I'm saying? I want to get y'all mindset inputs and feedback as well. So let's get to it. One of the things I always want people to establish and understand is that hey, what are your wants? Wants are things that aren't life or death. Wants are these like accessories, things that like hey, a hat, my glasses, jewelry, um, the things that I can really go without. But things that are needs are things that I can't go without. I have to live to have needs as if, I have to eat. You know what I'm saying? I have to breathe. I have to um honestly I have to work out. You have to exercise. You have to eat properly. You gotta have a very low establishment of stress in your life. Those are very, very key attributes of what you need. Um, one also, so there's a difference between your wants, your needs, and understanding the importance of both of them and how you balance both of them. So, when it comes to a lot of relationships, I feel like we get kind of caught up in not really sitting down with our mates and kind of getting a ground level and getting on ground level to really establish what is your wants and what is your needs and what are the goals that we're going to take to achieve and maintain a healthy balance between your needs and your other half needs. It's gotta be even key on the needs. One person can't have all their needs met and the other one is down here. It is it's not going to be a very healthy relationship. It's going to be very toxic and it's going to be very draining for one of them. And I feel like with the imbalance, the other one is going to always not. They're not even going to eventually evaluate or appreciate the little things that that other person at the bottom have been giving. You know what I'm saying? Person can get full off of receiving. You can get completely full, but you can continue and eventually get greedy in the process. So at the beginning, you gotta establish what are your needs, what are your wants when it comes to yourself and with the person that you want to develop a relationship with, or even just when you starting to date. I feel like that's something that y'all gotta drop at the beginning so a person can evaluate if this is something that he or she can maintain and run with. I think sometimes we get so caught up to where we start trying to have those needs and want discussions in the middle of our relationship or in the middle of something when things get bad and you want to go back and forth and yell. And I feel like that is the time where everybody's starting to really start lash out and say, hey, well, you don't do this and you don't do that, or we don't have this, we don't have that. And you're delivering this information at the wrong time in the wrong mindset with the wrong delivery. You got to be able to have this kind of conversation in a peaceful, tranquility type of setting. Walks on the park, out to eating at a very nice dinner. Um, those things are the moments and the times to where you want to be able to deliver this information in a way to where it's more easy to accept, is more comforting, and a person can kind of, you know what I'm saying, like one thing I always do, I have my own goal list to where those goals aren't just my goals, but there are my spouse's goals as well. And I make sure that I evaluate my goals and her goals, and I make it our goals. It makes it our goals of our wants. And then I also make sure I put aside and I have another list of my needs. I feel like when it comes to wants, it's very healthy to kind of make each other wants a collaborative thing, because if you strive for their wants, they go try to strive for your wants, and eventually in the middle of y'all working on those wants, each other needs is gonna naturally be met. Because one of the biggest thing, like I said, when it comes to needs, is that peace of mind. And when both person is striving for each other wants unselfishly, the needs of each other is going to balance out perfectly. But it's gotta deal with communication, understanding each other's position, understanding each other's boundaries. So when it comes to how to meet a want or a need, you know how far you can take it. You know how far you don't need to take it. You can kind of understand, hey, I'm doing too much. Or you can kind of understand, hey, I'm not doing enough. But it's once again, y'all have these conversations not in the heat of the moment, but you have these conversations at a time where you are not in the heat of the moment. That's the best way for this information to get exchanged in a more positive manner, and you will get positive results. Understand though, this is when things can get toxic, unhealthy, is when one party is meeting the wants of what the other person is, and the other person is not even making the effort. This is where your wants can jeopardize your needs, because you can want to be with that person so bad to where you're starting to negate your peace of mind, your sanity, your clarity to be productive at work, having getting the proper amount of rest to be productive at work, to be productive at home, or if you have your own business, or if you have kids, it's very important to have a healthy balance of rest and things and eating, because some people when they argue and stuff, it's like nobody's really eating, consuming, sleeping properly, and you bring that energy to the next day, you're grumpy, you're moody, and you transfer that energy to other people's. And that's what you don't want to do, is jeopardize your needs for your wants or somebody else's wants. You want to not fall in those pitfalls. You want to be able to have some clarity of where's your breaking point. And you got to have that conversation too. You got to have that conversation, understand, hey, this is time where I need to take a break. And it's okay with that. It's okay when you need to take a break to evaluate your mindset, or I always call hit that reset button. You don't want to overstrain your mind, your energy, yourself, and and you make it so detrimental that you can't even regroup back to who you once were. And a lot of people get in those situations in relationships to where you lose that complete identity of who you were. You lose the routines of the individuality of who you are. And that is so important not to do. Always keep an understanding and a track of yourself in the midst of your bonding with somebody. That's why it's so important to have the want and needs conversations and don't make them playful. Make them make it in the sense of it's a constructive and a relaxing conversation, because you don't want to have these conversations to where a person can kind of take the information and kind of take it for granted or don't take it serious. So you want to at least make sure that they understand that this information is serious, but in the same time, respectful. Otherwise, it's going to get to a place to where you can eventually um put yourself in a position to where you don't even know how to get yourself out of the situation that you dug yourself into. So be aware, know your place, know your position, and make sure you understand that if you need to put your foot down on something, do not ever fall from your true beliefs of who you are. One thing I understand as myself, as a man, and as the head of a household is I have to evaluate the pros and cons of the decisions I make. But once I make that decision, trust me, I stand on that decision because I have evaluated that decision. I have evaluated the good and the bad outcomes of that decision that needs to be made. And then once I make that decision, I stand on that decision because that decision is the best thing that my family needs. When it comes to wants, I make sure those things go under the priority of what the family needs. I would never put uh, a want that I know can comfort a member in my household and make and that will jeopardize the growth of the family when it comes to financial stability or um, growth in education or the knowledge of them understanding of everybody understanding the position of who I am. So once they get in their future positions of like my kids, they get in their own household, they understand the dynamic of the mother and the father and the role and how things play, and they will know how to approach things and handle things. So my goal is to make sure I stay consistent on how I move and how I approach these things because once again those that's a need, because that need is very important when it comes to the legacy of well the strength and the health of the legacy of the family. So I got to stay firm on those needs, got to. And it's very important that we understand how important those needs are. Because we'll get ourselves in situations to where you trying to please somebody so bad. You telling them what they want to hear so bad. And guess what? In the middle of you doing that, you're creating a crutch for that person. You're weakening that person. You're not strengthening that person. So I advise people to not be such of a pillow talker. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one thing about me, man. I try not to be so much of that unless I'm in the bedroom. Then I pillow talk all day long. But when I'm outside that bedroom, it's business as usual. And the goal is to always aim for the bottom line. And the bottom line is I need for the family to be successful. I need the family to grow I need the family to be above the standard, be above mediocre. I need them to be their best. I don't need nobody to go under the radar and take no accountability of their actions or decisions and how they apply information in their day to day life. Because once I jeopardize the need for the family for their own selfish wants, then I have hindered the growth of the rest of the family in the house. Because then after a while, people will start look at things in favoritism. And when favoritism comes into play, then other emotions come into place of jealousy. Other things come into place of, all right, start being lackadaisical with things because guess what? They get their way. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing when it comes to the one-on-one dynamic relationship. If you start bending and breaking against your wants and your needs, you know what I'm saying? If you start breaking against them needs and you're going towards those wants, guess what? That person natural self is going to say, hey, you know what? All I got to do is this. You know what I'm saying? All I got to do is wear that outfit. All I got to do is look at them that kind of way or say it this kind of way. That testing to see how much they can get from you. Don't open that Pandora box. You know what I'm saying? Do not open that box of allowing those things to happen. Keep your boundaries firm. Keep your needs and your wants transparent. So then there will not be any kind of sense of misunderstanding. Jeopardizing yourself, jeopardizing your life can make you less respectful. It can make you feel and make you look, and you will be looked at upon as very weak. Now I know some people are probably saying, "Man, well, shoot, like what about compromising? Compromising good as long as you're not jeopardizing the identity of who you are. Compromising is when you bring something into the situation and they bring something in the situation, it never messes up what helps both of y'all become better and better. That's the thing. But if it jeopardizes you to where it makes you do this, it makes the other person do that, then guess what? Y'all are still here. The only way y'all gonna get there if both of y'all do this. Compromising should do this. Compromising should never take nobody here or there. It should always come here. Jeopardizing does this no matter how it looks. No matter who gains and who receives and who gives or who loses, both gonna lose in the game of the bonding, the unity thing. Nobody's gonna win. If you all don't win, nobody wins. So compromising is not jeopardizing. I understand that, my people. I understand that. But like I said tonight, man, I just wanted to break it down a little bit. I wasn't gonna stay on too long. Like I said, I'm trying to get things more. I'm starting to feel I'm starting to get a good groove of how I want to set things up when it comes to these shows. And this is probably gonna be my best way of presenting information. I'm gonna change a little bit and do a couple of commentary things as well. But majority of my stuff is going to fold in this kind of sense to where I'm gonna have these type of discussions and this kind of vibe and this kind of surrounding. But I'ma love how I present this to y'all because I feel like this is going to be the best way to present it to get things across to y'all. Once again, people, share, subscribe, definitely share and subscribe, my people. Definitely share and subscribe. Other than that, I'm gonna present y'all on my next in the next slide over here. I'm gonna present my product We sell essential oils. We sell CBD flowers. We sell massage oils. I'm working on currently the bath bombs. Um, and I do edibles. We do brownies and things like that. So definitely let me know. I'm on mindlessmaturity.com. Check out my website. Actually, I got to open up a couple of things there because I had to tuck it off for a little bit. I finally got the business trademarked. So I got that all done. So things is going to open up. I'll be able to ship things out to people the way I want to. Um, like I said, I'm gonna have bath bombs, oils, and everything. You can shoot me a message on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. Everything is mindless maturity. Um, you got I got Twitter, mindless maturity, LinkedIn, mindless maturity. I'm on all of you. You can email me, send me a message, send me some messages on YouTube as well. And I also got a mindless maturity group on Facebook as well, so you can jump on there as well. And I really want to get most of my content on YouTube. I want more people just to start watching my stuff on YouTube instead of I'm getting a lot of people watching all the stuff on Facebook. I'm really trying to just generate most of the subscribers and everything to start doing more on there. I'm gonna start pushing a Discord as well. I'm gonna create me a Patreon uh, outlet as well soon. So we're going to get at it, people. Like I said, we're going to have different discussions, different things to point out because I want everybody to become their best selves on a mental, spiritual, and a financial aspect, as well as physical aspect. For me, I've slowly got rid of red meat. All I'm doing literally now pretty much is being like chicken, fish, and turkey, whatnot. But I've killed the whole red meat thing, red meat and the pork. But other than that, hey, I'm gonna let you check out my slide for my advertisement, and we definitely going to I'm gonna let y'all look at it, check it out, check it out. Like I said, I got the flour, we got the oil, I got the tincture. I actually got tincture oils. Those are 1 ounces, but I actually got 2 ounces, and my 2 ounces are for 15. The simp flour, you can grind it, you can smoke it. Um, as well with the tincture oil, you can cook it. You can put in your tea, your coffee, your water. Good stuff. The oil, you can massage it down on a romantic tip or just rub it on yourself, however you want to do it. But that's my layout right there. That's my layout. Other than that, my people, man, it's been a pleasure. Definitely been a pleasure tonight. And you know what? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna drop another one tomorrow, man. I'm liking this vibe. So be aware, be ready for me tomorrow. Be ready and be ready, cause I'm gonna be ready, man. I'm ready. I'm ready. Babe, peace out, my people. Out.